What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. And this is me showing you how to make a Suburban house. The 78th installment of Suburban House, and this is a little tiny one. I made this when Payloak first came out as one of my little test builds just to see if I like it. I mean, it looks good overall, but it's not my favorite. And yeah, that's really all. So with that being said, enjoy the tutorial, and I will catch you on the flip side. Here are all the materials you're needing for this build, not particularly very many. Alright, and the space you need for this is a 25 by 21, and the materials you're needing to start off are bricks, stripped pale oak wood. I don't think it matters, but I always like to go with wood instead. Pale oak wood, again, I know that one for sure doesn't matter because I used logs originally. Tripwire hooks, stone buttons, pale oak planks, stripped spruce wood, that one does matter, glass panes, and stone bricks? Sure, that works. Starting from the front left-hand corner of your 25 by 21 grid golf if you minute, you want to start by counting back by 3 and right by 1, and going back, you want to place 17 bricks. We won't start with the back, but I just wanted to get that row down. You'll take the second brick back on that row and extend it right with 3 sideways pale oak wood, and then go forward diagonally right with a brick. Then go right 1, forward 2. Take the second one back there and extend it right with 5 sideways pale oak wood, then a brick. Extend that brick forward by 1 and back by 3. You're going to need some placeholders for this, so you can actually place pale oak planks where you need this, or where you need, but you can place, or you want to bring the sideways pale oak wood up with 2 additional rows again. I'll just place pale oak planks either side, just for the simplicity. Except for here, because there's not the one side, but still. Off of the front, basically, either side, these like front 4 bricks here, you're bringing them up with 3 stripped pale oak wood facing upwards. You'll connect the top ones together with pale oak planks above the garage doors. And you can kind of fill them in on the sides here, so I'll just bring them back on the left and right by 1 there on this one, and I guess here too, since I have that row. You'll place stone buttons across the top row of pale oak wood, and in the bottom center of each you'll place a tripwire hook. That's not a tripwire hook. There we go. Get rid of the 3 materials we've been using, which is pale oak wood, tripwire hooks, and stone buttons, and get out black stained glass, dark oak doors, and stone brick slabs, which will also only be used briefly, I think. We'll need them for, like, the whole thing. No, I guess we will need them. Yeah, we'll probably need to keep them. It's fine. So, on the right side of the garages here, you want to take the... You should have 3 rows of bricks that are kind of untouched here. Maybe 4, but probably 3, and you're just going to bring them up with 3 pale oak planks each. Extend this back brick here right by 4. Forward 1, then right by 7. Going kind of across in the same shape we just placed, you want to place a black glass. Dark oak door, you can make, or I would recommend making this whatever your floor is, but I just didn't change it. Then a black glass. Upward facing strip pale oak. Again, upward facing strip pale oak. 6 pale oak planks, and then another upward facing strip pale oak. Extend the black glass on either side of the door up by 1, and then each strip pale oak can be brought up by 2. Above the doorway, you'll place some pale oak planks, and in this opening here, you're placing a row of pale oak planks at the left and right. Extend them in with sideways facing strip spruce wood, and then fill in the center 2 by 2 with just regular glass panes. Black looks a little bit weird with the pale oak just because of the color contrast is strange. But anyway, from there you'll bring each pale oak plank, and I guess over the window also you'll place pale oak plank, just a row like so. You don't want to bring the strip pale oak up though, because that will get covered and you'll have to break it anyway later, so save yourself the hassle. From the front right hand corner of the build, you want to bring this brick forward by 3. You'll then extend left by 7, and going left at that, place 3 stone brick slabs. fill in the little area we just created in with stone bricks here. And on the left and rightmost bricks of this front row of what should be 8 in total, you'll bring them up with 3 sideways strip pale oak wood. They should be in line with the pillars on the area behind you, which is nice and correct. Get rid of the black stained glass and dark oak doors and get out a pale oak fence and pale oak slabs. And on top of each remaining brick here, you'll just place pale oak fence. Move your stone bricks here in your inventory forward just so they're next to your stone brick slabs. And I'm going to move everything else back. So I have this kind of set right here. Just, I want these to be next to each other because it'll make our life a bit easier. From each of these, like, front strip pale oak woods, you'll go, or pillars, you'll go up diagonally forward with a stone brick. Place a slab outside, and inside of them you'll place an upside down slab. Go up with a slab, in with a block, and then you'll place 2 upside down slabs with slabs on top in the center. Extend the slab here on the left back by 4, and then left by 2. The slab on the right you will bring back by also 4. But then you'll go back with a block, upside down slab, up with a slab, back with a block, upside down slab, slab, and I'm going to stop there briefly. Rather than telling you how far up we're going to go, I'm instead going to take this brick right here, and I'm going to bring it back by 15. I'll then extend this back brick up with 3 upward facing strip pale oak wood. Place a stone brick up diagonally right, stone brick slab behind it, and then I'll go in from this block with an upside down slab, up with a slab, in with a block, and I'm going to keep bringing these both in until you should reach a 1 block peak center, which is an upside down slab with a slab on top. That's one of 2 roofs we have going here. It's a little bit strange. You're going to have to bear with me here. You'll connect the back bricks together, and I would also bring this corner brick up with 3 strip pale oak wood facing up. Just so we have some walls to work with, place 3 rows of pale oak planks on top of all these bricks. I don't have windows on these sides and back. I do realize it's been a problem for at least a couple people. Add them based on your interior. Obviously, because we have 3 blocks here, it gets a little bit weird adding them anyway, but I don't really think for a house this small, it makes sense to add the windows if you're going to make an interior. If not, just randomly place them. There's no specific spots when the walls are blank, but it's not really a huge deal either way. So, section 1 is a little bit weird, but again, you're going to have to maybe bear with me, but maybe not. Well, these next 2 are both weird. On the left side, I want to make this peak. Off of the front here, this like front left garage, the little 3 block one, you're going to place a row of stone brick slabs up diagonally forward, which overhang off the left by 1. You can also bring these slabs from the back here all the way across, so it overhangs the back left by 1. You're going to do the same thing. You're extending each of these in with a block, in with an upside down slab, up with a slab, in with a block, in with an upside down slab. And you want to keep going, but you want to stop when you have 1 block between them rather than connecting them. And you're placing the upside down slabs there, and then you're bringing them each up with a block and connecting the blocks together. It'll make more sense later. As for the roof here on the front of the garage, what you can do is this 5 block one, you're going to place a row of stone brick slabs up diagonally forward from, which will overhang off the left and right by 1. You should take the right side here, and you want to essentially trace it back, and you should end up on this slab here. We'll place a block moving in, and you're going to do this on both of these particularly. The left side we're not worried about yet. We're going in with a block, in with an upside down slab, up with a slab, in with a block, etc. You don't need most of the upside down slabs, you can remove them, but I'm going to keep them because it's going to help later with, or just it is helpful to have, and they don't really harm us. And you should end with a 1 block center. It is higher than the other one, that is fine, but it ends up lining up with the back, you'll notice. It's a little bit strange. But it'll all line up later, I swear. So, I want to look at this roof really quickly here at the, like, bottom right. What you can do is off of each of the pale oak planks, this, like, top row here, you're going to place 3 rows of upside-down pale oak slabs extending forward. And then you'll just fill in whatever gap you have here at the front with pale oak planks. Get rid of the pale oak slabs and the pale oak fences and get out deep side tile slabs and deep side tile blocks. And so this peak here, the front one with the frontmost garage, you want to bring the stone brick on the left back by 3 with the incline. So you're going to place a block. I would probably turn this slab into a block with a slab on top and then place a block behind that. Left of that block, you'll need a placeholder. You want an upward-facing stripped pale oak wood. Extend it right with 4 pale oak planks, and then another upward-facing stripped pale oak wood. Extend either side one up by 3 and connect those top ones together with pale oak planks. At the left and right, place stripped spruce wood facing sideways towards the center, and then fill in the middle with glass pans. We can make the peak for this one. Off of the top strip pale oak on the left and right, you'll place an upside down stone brick slab and extend it forward by 1. Go in with an upside down slab, up 1, in with a block, in with an upside down slab, and then up with a slab, and just place pale oak there. As for the other one, now, we can do this a little bit differently, actually. If you take the left side here, if you fill it in this peak, splendid, but it doesn't really matter either way. Just, you want to take the, not the strip pale oak here at the front corner, but you want to count back by 1 for it, and place a pale oak plank right here, just kind of inside of these upside down slabs. It should be this one, and you can pinpoint it even if you've already filled it in, but above it from there, you're going to place 4 strip pale oak wood facing up. The bottom and top ones you'll extend right with 4 pale oak planks. You should know the drill here. I guess going left to right, you'll place sideways strip spruce wood, 2 glass pans, sideways strip spruce wood. The spruce should face left to right. Left of the top strip pale oak, you'll place an upside down stone brick slab. Extend it forward, right, up with a slab, right with a block, right with an upside down slab, up with a slab, right with a block, and you're going to keep going until you're above this set of upside down slabs and slabs. It's like the first one on the roof to our right. You should end with a block right there, and then you'll go right with a slab, down with an upside down slab, right with a block, right with a slab, and you'll just bring all this stone brick back another row. A lot of roofs going on. A lot of roofs. You can, at the back here, you want to do a similar thing you did on the front to mark this wall here at the left. You're going to take not the strip pale oak, but 1 block forward, pale oak plank on this, and then your 4 strip pale oak wood. Going across from each pale oak wood, you're placing 9 pale oak planks, and then another upward facing strip pale oak wood row, which should line up with the one on the front if you just like kind of look. You're going to kind of run into some stuff and whatever, well, sort of. But you just want to bring either end of this peak back, and you essentially want to replicate it on the back. So if you bring these upside down slabs back at the left, you're going to have to just trace through these blocks. And then I'm going to copy it just perfectly here because I kind of just can, one, look and see I know, and see what? I also know where the center is, or I can see where it is. And then I'll bring these subs forward here. A couple of these will have to break, but we're not worried about that just yet. That's all of our roofs. Now, I think to make sense of this, the best option is going to be just doing a lot of filling here. Now, with mainly pale oak planks, you're taking the sides of each of these peaks and just filling them with pale oak planks. I'm starting with the obvious ones, which is on the right, left, front, and back, just those 4. So, like you see, I'm filling that in, and then I have this one done, so I'll fill in this guy here. This one's a little bit weird, so I'll just essentially take the pale oak. Well, I know how far, but I'll fill it behind whatever. And the back is easy, and so is the left. There's a couple, though, like, that are a little bit strange. And so on the left side here, actually, you can just bring it all the way up. Rather than filling in the peak, you can basically just bring the pale oak up until you're at the upside down stone brick slabs. And then we'll fill in the entire left. Kind of looks cool. I like that look. I like the wings. I don't know. You should have this. Now, again, just to make a little bit more sense of this, the section here, I would connect these strip pale oak together with pale oak planks. This is going to be a little bit, I don't want to say redundant, but it's going to be useless for the most part. Some of the blocks you can see from like the front and back, but because what you also might want to do is the row of like stairs and slabs, or slabs and blocks just to the right of it, you might want to also fill in this peak with pale oak planks, which means you're just going to double layer pretty much a mass majority of that wall. And yeah, because you're filling in up against it, you're double layering basically. And I guess I'll break the upside down slab. That's not a huge deal. But yeah, it should look like this. A lot of these roofs are fairly simple. We'll start with the right because the right is easier, and then we'll just work our way to the harder stuff. So for this right side, you're just kind of following the trajectory. I mean, if you take the right side here, you're placing, you know, deep side tile blocks connecting from one stone brick to the next, and then you're surrounding that in slabs, which is up diagonally a row. Then surrounding the slabs in blocks, then slabs again, and this row of slabs, you'll end up connecting forward with the 2 rows, and then you'll take the back of that and extend it left, and then you can kind of do the same thing on this side from that point, where you're just working back down. And yeah, it should fill in everything in theory. At least on this side. We're not worried about the other side. You will run into the stone brick at a point. That's fine. Don't really, like, think about it too much. Just kind of connect to it with deep side tile. And we'll worry about filling in that little row in the area to the side of this in just a second. But we'll do that next, I think. You should have this. This does also have no chimney, I am realizing. But it doesn't really... It's not a huge difference. It's a smaller house anyway. But if you wanted to just, like, throw one on the right side, you could. Oh, yeah, look, it's me over there. You can, again, just fill in, like, this back row with deep side tile, and then just kind of work up on the inside row, and you're going to hit a point to where you can't place it anymore, which will be this slab right here. Notice, oh, I can't place it here. So I'm going to replace this stone bricks, upside down stone brick slab, along with the next one, both with deep side tile blocks, and I'll do that with these 2 on the other side as well. It's essentially just the first 2 you'll find on the inside. And then I'll also fill in the, like, front left roof here with literally just a 1 row of deep side tile. And yeah, that should be all that stuff. Now, the main roof is pretty simple. You're just taking the right side here and you're connecting this little one back on the left side. And then the right side, it's pretty much just going point A to point B. And it should all be flush because of where having the 2 layers of stone bricks. The one thing that I did just skip, on the bottom right here, this stone brick slab, you're bringing left with a single deep side tile slab. Just to fill that in and kind of have it connect properly. A lot of weird roofs going on here. This one's one of the more janky ones as far as roofs are concerned, but it all works, and it doesn't look horrible, so... It's a little questionable for sure, but... You know. It is what it is. And I believe once you're done that, ladies and gentlemen, that is your Suburban house, the 78th installment complete. And yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Definitely a lot of different, like, variables, which it does look a little bit janky from the back with the way they all connect, but, and, like, the side, but the front looks fine. Anyway, yeah, thank you guys did enjoy this. Let me know if you have any other suggestions, as per usual. I don't really think I have much going on. I wanted to just, like, or I want to just have a day where I just build, like, a billion houses, not really a billion, but, like, 5 or 10 houses just to have them ready. Anyway, with that being said, have a fantastic rest of your day. Or night, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.